Very nice to be here in George today, invited by Business Cafe to just share some of our experiences pertaining to load shedding and what we have done in the Free State as a community to try and minimize the impact of load shedding on our entire community. Well, the rural is supplying the electricity services in the towns of Frankfurt, Villiers, Tweeling and Cornelia, and we've been supplying the service since February 2012. So we're going on to 12 years now that we've had an opportunity to serve the community, the entire community. And in this course, we have built the trust because as the private sector family business, we don't get any support from government or government resources, and I think that's perhaps wasn't a bad thing in hindsight, because we turned the community and ourselves, we turned to each other. They needed the services to be provided, and we need a community that will pay for the services that are provided. And subsequently, when it came to load shedding, there were a horde of issues that we actually started engaging the community with in an attempt to minimize load shedding. Now, typically what we accomplished is that with large business and manufacturing plants, they told us what they want as far as load shedding, what would be helpful. Small business and small residential users told us what would be helpful for them. And ultimately it turned out that we were able to actually accommodate both needs. Although both needs were totally diverse, the community is benefiting now from us having engaged with them and actually listening to what they say, and definitely the fact that we have customized load shedding schedules is making a huge impact, a positive impact in everybody's lives. Secondly, also, all the water and sanitation pumps as critical loads are kept live 24/7, which means there's no reason for the municipality to claim load shedding. If there's no water, then it's a municipal issue because the electricity to the infrastructure is running 24/7. And since the 1st of February, the water and the sanitation infrastructure has improved materially, which is a big help for the community, because when there is load shedding, at least they can still flush the toilet, and when they open the tap, there's water. And thirdly, what we have done was the community came together. They built a renewable sun farm of about 4.2 megawatts, and that sun farm is now being used on an interim basis to augment the electricity supply to town. So when people walk out of their houses or their businesses and they look up at the sky and they see the sun is shining, they know that there probably will not be load shedding during the day for most of the consumers, because we are generating a lot more electricity from our PV plant than the electricity that we would have had to load shed that day. And even with that, our daily load with Eskom varies between about 500 kilowatts to a megawatt, where historically we would have used 6 to 7 megawatts on a daily basis in the middle of the day. We're now using from Eskom about anywhere from 500 kilowatts to a megawatt of electricity in the day. Which means Eskom benefits because we've put new electricity onto the grid. We're not recycling the same electricity through batteries. We're actually helping to lighten Eskom's load, and we are helping the community members to actually put new electricity onto the grid, which means they have less load shedding than what would have normally been the case. We are working on longer term plans to take the towns completely off load shedding, but that is another 3 to 4 years away. Having said that, we are continuously improving and actually creating more benefits to the community to make sure that everybody benefits in what we are doing in Frankfurt. The next town is Villiers, which we will do exactly the same. And then Tweeling is also, we've already completed the 500 kilowatt, it's a small town, 500 kilowatt sun farm, also a community sun farm, which means that will be the very next one where all the community members will benefit from the actions that we are performing. And at the end of the day, this is where South Africa is moving towards. And I think perhaps central government and the provinces are not in touch with what the challenges are that we are facing on the ground as South Africans. As normal South Africans, we have to deal with load shedding, we have to deal with crime. It really is not a good picture, and we are all suffering. If we can get together, at least as far as electricity supply is concerned, make it your business to get involved with government. Make it your business to ask, how can we improve things in our community? We as a community and you as a community, wherever you may be, now's not the time to sit on the sidelines. Now's the time to peacefully engage the government structures and the municipal structures and find out how can we all work together to improve the current situation where we are today. In our small municipality, we're servicing 15,000 electricity users on a monthly basis. And in the last 12 years, we have disconnected 65 people due to non-payment. And that shows the moral fiber of our South Africans. We are a great nation, and it's time now that we actually do what we can, and let's not let the few, the 1%, spoil it for all the rest of us. Get involved in your communities, know that things can improve, work towards things improving, and we really look forward to coming to George in the near future and actually seeing very nice programs which are implemented, and we would love to actually learn from you guys and take the knowledge that we've gathered here in George elsewhere in the country. So George, to all of you guys, make us proud and become part of the solution.